Welcome as we start our campaign for today. Our Blue Rose crew, having made their way through many dangers of the sea and into a village surrounding a forest, where they learned of those who came out without memory and other such things. And then within Wayreth Forest itself, where they went through various folks of the Yellow Rose. The implications of Rose Space was revealed by Naylin to the group, and a wolf attack took Naylin and had her end up rescuing a young child who seems to have the name Nin written upon her skin. Rescuing her, everyone ended up again at Wayreth, greeted and shown rooms, and of course given some chances to decry all magic, which they did not take up. And now, having had various mysteries dumped on them, they have decided to go into Ace's room that looks like he just got the short side of the stick. All the niceties and things that everyone else had in their room all seem to not be here. As if maybe someone didn't finish setting it up correctly. With that, in the beautiful room here, it's lit by torches, but little else. What do you all want to do?
Have the others gotten here yet?
Yep, everyone's there.
Okay. So, yeah, I thought it was important that we all meet because of something beyond just what happened to me. But I assume Lice told you about that part. Or not?
No, I told them.
Oh.
Naylin had a usual response.
Once Naylin has walked in, she has started going to all of the torches with her jacket, and she's trying to put them out.
What are you doing?
The usual response.
If you can see through the torches, that means they can see us.
Well, yeah, but you're taking away my ability to see.
Yeah, but it's also our privacy.
Okay, well, can we just keep one on?
I guess. But everybody be careful. Assume that whatever visually happens in here, that they're also going to know.
I mean, if they can see us through the torches, it wouldn't be that hard to believe they could hear us. In that case, I feel like we're done anyways.
Look, there's something I didn't tell Lice yet, and I was going to wait for us all to be together before I said it. And I reach into my cloak and I take out the key. Each of us had gotten a key when we first got here. According to the voice that gave me the ability to see through those torches, apparently this key will let us go anywhere. This one will.
Why is yours special?
I haven't figured it out yet. I thought maybe we could figure it out together.
Well, are these the keys that we got in the bar, the tavern?
No, these are the keys they gave us for the rooms.
Why
they said, go ahead.
Can I see that one, Kelly? and then Liz will pull
Yeah.
out the one she got from the tavern. Is there any type of resemblance?
Well, everybody got one of these keys because at the last
I know, but
session,
you're saying yours is special. That's why I wanted to check.
yeah, it apparently, according to the voice, mine now unlocks other rooms.
Right. So you're comparing yours to when you got at the tavern, or the one that you were given to when you entered the tower?
The one I got at the tavern.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think pairing those, give me a knowledge check, please.
Okay. I have a hope. This has something to do with the blue rose. I got the thing from the tavern. So yeah, I'm adding hope. And that's a +3 now. Haha. So that is going to be a 17 with hope.
All right. So, Mark, excuse me, Marker Hope, you look in. As far as the physical appearance of the key, they appear much the same. So, looking very carefully, you can see that there has been. Yours has certain runes on it that Kelly's also has, but there are more runes now embedded into Kelly's.
It's like they took the design of whatever the blue rose keys were and kind of upgraded yours, Kelly.
Okay, they were talking about two different things.
Yeah.
I just said the tower, and you said yes, the tower, which is the tower you were in. Did you mean the tavern?
Yeah, no, like Liz is looking at the tavern, her tavern key, and
Okay,
Kelly's tower key.
gotcha. Okay, so comparing the tavern keys, this was to their blue rose room, right?
Yes, this is the one that we got for those chests.
Gotcha. You can see that the design is similar as far as some of the magic, though I would say when you change the look at the blue rose key, it's looks like it was. So Kelly's key looks like it's been enchanted. Yours, the one that came in the tavern, almost appears as though it was forged to have magic within it from the very beginning, and kind of hums with a little bit of energy that the regular keys here in the tower do not. And you kind of get this, that there's doors that maybe are more secure by Blue Rose magic than even here in Wayreth.
I will let the group know what I learned.
Yeah. So when we first got here, in the tower, I mean, they gave each of us one of these, and they said that they would open up as needed, but they made it pretty clear that they weren't going to open anything up, at least not until we actually needed it. And they told us to stay away from the room where there's dangerous magics. And what I'm saying is, the key they gave me that's not supposed to let us into those rooms will now let us into any room in this building.
So we have to go to the room of the dark arts.
Obviously.
Do we have to?
Well, actually, we probably need to sleep before we do anything, to be honest, guys. But I just didn't want to keep this from anybody because, I mean, it's a lot that's happening really quickly, and I thought maybe someone else had gotten a visitor tonight, or maybe someone has heard something or seen something.
Not me.
Me neither.
Paranormal shit doesn't really happen to me as much as it seems to happen to you, Callie.
Well, I can't help but feel like it's trying to make a deal with me. But this last one wasn't a deal, it just gave it to me. The other ones all came with stipulations. But not this one.
Trying to curry favor? Carry favor?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all still part of their test.
Possibly.
Seems weird that they wouldn't fix her eyes, but give her that. Matt, you said that the torches were like attached to the wall. How are they attached to the wall?
So they're metal torch holders or torches themselves, and then metal stands kind of connected by metal into the wall itself, kind of like screwed in or built in, and then enchanted.
Yeah. Kelly had tried to remove one last time. It didn't work.
Can I try to unscrew it from the wall? Using my fuse tools?
Yeah, I would say because you're not just pulling, actually trying to specifically get it off. That is fine. Go ahead and give me. That's going to be finesse.
Is this a magical lock?
Yes.
That kind of, okay, then never mind. I don't get advantage. I'm using my hope to use my experience as a thief.
Nice.
Is there something you need in order to unscrew it?
28 with hope.
Okay.
I have these tools.
Okay.
All right. So taking your tools, very carefully, you examine it, and the design is meant to hide any type of the tool work here. As you tilt it just slightly enough, where it moves like half an inch, so you can begin to work it out. You eventually are able to remove it. As you do, the weight of it kind of puts you off for a moment. Because it is metal and a little heavy. But now you have this ever-lit torch taken off the wall for your use.
Is that the only torch in this room?
There are several torches.
Okay.
Literally now all the other ones are covered up because that's what Nayland was doing.
Okay, so yeah, I feel suddenly very dizzy.
Yeah, because your vision went.
I just kind of fall over. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
I'm sure we could make some kind of hat with this. But for now, here you go.
How heavy is this thing?
I was just probably like 15 pounds. So not overly heavy, but enough for it to be awkward. Like just to go, okay.
Okay. For a minute, I think just kind of sitting there and keeping it kind of grounded a bit, she kind of uses it in front of herself. Is it hot?
No, there's no heat.
So she uses, like, she takes her hand and she puts it out in front of her face and kind of like moves it around, because it's kind of the first time she's been able to see through her own point of view for a bit. Okay. Still though, I could maybe construct something to have this thing walking with us, but the thing is, Ace, I think most every room we go into is gonna have these torches. But it doesn't hurt to have one hidden somewhere for us in case we have to, flee.
Right, just in case there isn't. This way you have eyes at least on your body.
You also have the fun thing here, Kelly, of seeing your own face because it's a 360 view of the lantern. And also the fact that it'd be the first time you see your face for what it actually looks like from this point of view, I believe. One of the first times. Because it's not in reverse like in a mirror.
It's so crazy. All right, so guys, what do you think? We sleep tonight and see whatever they show us tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow night we can take a stroll around the grounds after we have some better bearings. Maybe they'll take us on a tour.
Okay. Sure.
Nayland, I didn't mean to, like... I wasn't saying you had a bad idea. I just... It's hard to give this up right now.
I'm not mad, Kelly. I'm glad you can see again. All right, we'll reconvene in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta go find someone about furnishing my room. So,
Yeah, Ace, they kind of just like, it looks like they put you in a closet.
yeah, I'm kind of offended.
Hey, that's what they said to me. They said they'd set me up a closet to stay in if I wanted to delay my test.
At least you were offered the closet.
Yeah.
But Ace is gonna keep writing this to pretend to go look for somebody.
All right. So is this? It sounds like you all want to take a long rest for downtime.
Want to do one more thing before a long rest, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to. So Ace is gonna leave, just kind of pretending like he's gonna go find someone about the furnishing in his room that he knows he stole. And he kind of just wants to get the lay of where he can get to with the key that he has on him.
Okay. Gotcha. Easy enough, really. So you're able to go through the hallway that led you here, and you kind of wander, and you can get to most of the main areas. There's a dining hall room where you see people kind of going up and getting just about anything that they want as far as food. And various wizards here chattering with each other, especially some of the newly robed. You find yourself outside of like the main way that looks like it held like, I guess, like a study area. You find you can't get into any type of place that has any books or anything like that. And so basically main hall, like a place where people would like openly study and talk, dining hall, and then there seems to be other residence ones that you can't get into, or even walk down the hallway with the key, and then what seem to be more laboratory or places where people might be doing spell work.
Cool. Can I go up to someone who I think just got their robes, like recently?
Certainly.
Um,
To a young man, elven, in bright, shining white robes, who's sitting at a study table, just kind of scribbling away.
His name's Palin. Run the other way.
Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you.
Kind of start a little bit. Oh, no bother. Ilarion.
Ace, it's a pleasure.
Absolute ace. Oof. I guess, what were you, like a 20th child, or?
I was a first child.
Oh. Did
Far
they
as
just
I
not
know,
love
only
you very
child.
much?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
I'm sorry. They tell me that all the time. Ask personal questions to. Sorry, I haven't heard a name that short before. What's that? One letter?
It's 3.
Oh, my mistake.
It's not my actual name. You know what? Whatever. I have questions.
Oh.
All right. One, why'd you pick white for your robes?
Can you give a little bit of a smile? Well, you don't pick your robes. They're given to you by the results of the test. Some have a choice, it's true. I didn't. I wasn't offered anything else.
Wow, they must not have loved you a lot.
All right.
So during the test, they like to see your propensity for good and evil. If you have a low propensity for evil, like apparently I did, you would only be offered the white robes for good. If you begin to show some propensity, you might be offered red. At a certain point, the white robes won't accept you, so you might have the only choice be red, or red or black. And then, depending, some only offered black.
All right. I think only one other question for you. How do you feel about the way this place conducts things, like the test and failures and everything?
Well, I lost a few friends in the test. We traveled together. 4 of us, and one died. The other gave up magic entirely. I guess I just have to believe that this is the right way. I mean, they've done it for millennia. This is how things have always been. And it has kept the peace, hasn't it?
You don't feel any resentment at all? I mean, one of your friends is dead. One of your others lost his magic. Like, you just okay with it?
Well, we all knew the risks when we came. It wasn't like it was hidden from us. And we could have sworn off magic instead of taking the test.
Do you think that's a fair alternative?
Kind of think for a moment. A good portion of my home was burned down. A few years ago. The woods in which we lived. And there was a point in which they stopped. And it was because of the rules, the laws of magic. They dictated that the magic could only be used to do a certain amount of death and destruction at any given time. The mages on the side of the enemy halted, and then the enemy had to use their soldiers. There are a lot of us who survived that, survived because of the law. Guys, I don't know if I fully have my mind in it, but I do see how the laws work. In that instance, the laws kept my friends and I from being killed. In this instance, the laws, well, didn't work out as well for all of us. But they protect everyone equally.
Disagree. They wouldn't have. If your laws just stopped them from attacking you in the first place, you wouldn't have to worry about them only killing so many.
What's up, Pierre?
And takes a moment and just says, well, I guess you must not know then. In the past, white opposed black. The good and evil, and with red choosing whatever side it would. And there was constant war. There was mages killed and destroyed, and then the peace was made. And part of that peace was deciding who was and not permitted to learn magic. And that it was everyone may have a chance who shows ability. And as they do, they're tested. And as long as they are competent and put magic above all else, they may continue to learn it. It is vicious, but it's nothing that's forced on anyone. I guess that's what I have always took my heart. No one forced Wayreth to come here. They knew they could be killed. They came anyway, and they lost their life. That's how I have to see it.
Well, say this is a pleasant conversation, but honestly, it wasn't. So, I'll see ya. He just walks away.
Well, you're rude. Typical human, I guess.
This is the guy who told me my parents don't love me.
Well, I'm sorry. Your name has one syllable. I apologize. I wasn't trying to be rude. Just was.
I didn't even get your name. How many does yours have?
My name is Illyrian.
Shit, that's a lot of syllables.
Oh yeah.
He's just gonna flip him off.
Oh jeez.
He's really immature.
All right, very good. You do the flipping off. Anything else?
No, he's just gonna head back to go back to his room.
Very cool.
Just checking on the status of where did the kids go?
So your various companions would have been housed within your with you in your various rooms with you.
Interesting. Okay.
Blythe has them all in her room and she's teaching them magic.
Except for Esther. Kelly keeps Esther in her room.
I will say that as Naylan and Naked Naylan get back to Naylan's room, Naylan does cover all of the lanterns in her room.
Okay, so you make it pitch black.
I think Kelly does the same because otherwise she's not going to be able to sleep. So she will cover hers as well.
Yeah. So Kelly can choose to attune and not to attune to this. So you can decide to not be tied into any given lantern.
Okay.
then are we processing a long rest down time, or what are we doing?
Hopefully, because I really need it.
Yeah, I do too.
All
Yeah,
right.
have a long
Yep.
rest.
So do your moves and describe. You gotta do all your RP and flavoring descriptions of what you're doing.
Well, while everybody else is being really suspicious of stuff, Perido's in her room, just tending to her wounds, and then blowing off some steam to clear her stress by just like working on a cute little project and just like whistling to herself. She's just nonchalant. She has no cares in the world right now, compared to everybody else. She's just la di da di da di da. Well, cuts to everybody else just like paranoid in their rooms in the darkness.
Amazing.
Well, as for her stress level, she starts pulling out her Taroka deck and explaining each card and what represents to the kids. And just trying to slowly show them how to like set it up and how you have to be very gentle with these cards because they're so magical, and if you represent with them or mishandle them, dark powers might come notice you and take revenge. Telling them little horror stories. I mean, lies, of course. She scares them to bed a little bit. And then so that clears her stress. And as the kids fall asleep, Lies looking at herself, seeing much more of her skeleton body and her undead features kind of showing. She kind of just puts out her hand, and you watch little tendrils of shadows kind of creep up over the children. Not much, but little bits of life essence drain out of them, healing her up a little bit as the shadows retreat back into her.
Nice.
And she looks a little better.
I think Kelly dismisses her, the person who was kind of helping her with all this stuff for the night, tells Esther to go hang out with Perido in her room for a little bit, and waits until she's completely alone. And when she's convinced she's alone and has a chance to just confirm that, that's when she'll because she's been just trying to keep on a brave face and everything, but when she is completely alone, she'll just kind of break down a little bit and allow that stress to just leave her, because she's trying to be strong for the group, but she's also really dealing with it. And so her stress is that's how she's going to relieve that. And after that, she will compose herself again. She'll clear off her wounds, and when she has done so and Esther has gotten back, she will kind of tuck Esther in and then head to her own bed and try to get some sleep.
Very nice.
I think Nayland spends her evening generally ignoring the other Nayland. She will, sort of reluctantly pull down one piece of cloth or jacket or something off of one of the torches and use the torch to sew her clothing back together, and mostly in silence. And she does, though, insist that the other Nayland takes the bed, and she just kind of will rest on whatever is left. And I think after the other Nayland falls asleep, they haven't really spoken. Nayland's not convinced that she is real in a meaningful way, but there is something healing about watching yourself rest in a safe place, and that's not an experience she's ever had before. And so she spends a moment under this singular firelight sort of watching the figure of herself rest and be safe. And it's weird, but she does feel a catharsis in that. And then eventually she'll cover up the last torch and go to bed.
Very nice. Just doing Peridot, right?
Peridot went first, I think.
Okay.
I did go first.
Oh, then I think it's just me.
There you go.
Ace is just kind of he's just kind of like resting on his bed, just kind of mumbling to himself. And the guy he just talked to, as he kind of just starts looking through the stuff he took, and realizing that he went a little too overboard and taking like some of it out to like be able to actually sleep in the room. So he like puts some of his, like a few of the stuff back on the bed so he can actually sleep.
Nice. You're like, okay, maybe not as much as I thought.
As well as he's also gonna kind of make a mental note of, it'll like kind of be like repeating to himself all the exits he saw while walking around the building, as like my getting prepared.
Gotcha. All right. In that case, after a night's sleep, you all wake up. Whatever it is your favorite food is already on the small table that you provided to in your room, ready to go. And so you can actually say what that is.
For Liza's room, it's whatever the children would have dreamed of. So she ends up opening her eyes after her sentient rest and draining the energy and kind of feeding through them, and sees them just gorging themselves on, because obviously this place is magical, so there's no parents to stop them. So there's like ice cream, cake, cookies, and the kids are just covered in like mess, and she's like, uh-oh.
So they're just covered. You're like, oh my goodness.
Yep. And she's like, first thing that hits her mind is, well, I'm glad Kelly can't really see, but Neil's gonna be so disappointed in me.
Yeah, I think Kelly is eating a bowl of fruit, and much to Esther's happiness, I'm sure. By the way, I think I didn't ask this before because there wasn't a need to, but this Esther, does she look like the Esther I knew, or does she look different?
She's a lot younger than necessarily when you knew her, but she does have a resemblance.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm not going to take long to do this, but she would ask during that breakfast, just kind of some small talk, and then kind of work in there. Where are you from, Esther?
Oh. I'm from my town, my island town. Forest. Sorry, the Ring Run.
Oh,
It basically describes the town in which you came to.
okay. Yeah. So that's what Kelly's doing.
can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but while we were in Book Eberron with Resh, there was a meal that Resh had cooked. And to her surprise, I think that this is what shows up at the door.
Oh, but nice.
For Ace, it's just like a bunch of different things. Like it's like waffles, ice cream. He has like tiny little sandwich triangles, chicken nuggets. He has a milkshake. Like, he just has like a bunch of random things.
I think, strangely for Peridot, there would be food there, and what would be there would be a small stack of pancakes with like perfectly square butter eyes and a big old slap of maple syrup in the shape of a smile. And when she sees them, she's going to kind of just like be really caught off guard, because the last time she had this was when she was pretending to be her quote unquote parents' child.
So it kind of just catches you off guard.
And she pretty much takes it, lifts it, takes the plate, puts it in a corner, and just like leaves it there and stares at it. Just like, no.
It actually disturbs you very much that you don't wish to eat.
Ace doesn't actually eat any of it either. He doesn't trust it at all.
Peridot's convinced that they looked into our minds in the middle of the night. Something. It's creepy.
All right. In case, after eating, what would you all like to do?
Kelly will leave her room behind, and if there's a waiting area or something like that, she might go sit down there and just kind of think about all the things that they need to accomplish here and what the test entails and all that.
Oh, yeah, there's no information on the test.
Oh yeah, no, I know. She's just thinking about it.
Okay.
Head out towards where Kelly is.
Good morning, Ace.
You able to sleep?
Well, yeah, I was. And Kelly's like not even looking at you. It was like the moment you came out, she knew it was you because she could see you through the torches.
That's creepy. Ace does say that out loud.
So, did you manage to find someone to fix your room?
Nah, sadly. I don't think I could find anyone to help me out with that. But I learned how the robe selection goes.
How did you learn that?
I asked someone. I don't really know how it goes, but it's just based on your what's the word I'm looking for? Ability for good or evil.
Your morality.
Inclination towards. Yeah, your morality.
Do you think that's what the test is going to be on? Ethics?
I don't know. I'm guessing control. I mean, that seems to be the aura of this whole place.
Well, I was thinking too, and the three things I was given do seem to line up with the three colors. The idea of taking your time for 10 years to learn something meaningful would certainly align up with the morally good. Finding a quick solution by possibly harming someone else would be morally bad. And then there's the chaotic middle ground, which I'm currently living in.
Maybe. That's a good idea. That's a good thought. But what if you took a sight of someone evil? Wouldn't that make it more morally gray? Like
I don't know.
chaos?
I don't know how to put it, Ace. I don't know if I could do that.
I mean, that's fair. Takes a lot out of you killing someone.
Well, not just that. I mean, I don't know. I was hoping the others and you might have some guidance there, but honestly, I don't think there is any good guidance on a decision like that. So,
If it was up to me, I would just stab someone worse. But you're a better person than I am. So just do whatever you think's right.
or maybe this is morally correct. I mean, I've lived my life pretty shallow. Maybe this is balance.
If it's balanced, then a lot of people deserve a lot worse.
Maybe.
I don't really think you deserve to be targeted for shallow acts. I think you're fine. I think we'll find a way out of this. I just think that it might take a while.
Yeah, but Ace, you didn't know what I was like. I mean, I was horrible. Someone like me right now, I would have done the worst things to me. It's balance. It's got to be.
I don't know. I mean, if you admit, how long are you talking ago? Like 5 years ago, 2 years ago? If you admit me, maybe even 3 years ago, my response might have just been to kill you.
To kill me? Just like up and dead?
Depends on what you did. Never really met many people unless it was to do that or to do business with them.
Yeah.
I don't think divine retribution is coming for you for some bullying.
Well, either way, I think this building is going to have a lot of information, and I can't help but feel like the rooms in this building that we now have access to. I mean, imagine the types of magic that are in there. Just imagine what is possible. We could find it out tonight.
I think we just got to make sure they know we're on their side. I'm guessing that's what this is about, to make sure we'll just play ball, so to speak.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did they tell us where to go this morning? Or to just wander freely? I guess we should wait for the others, but...
I mean, I think we're just waiting.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Did you have a good sleep? I had a great sleep.
Do you sleep?
Yeah. No. Semantics. Let's get going.
I'm gonna go back to dying.
I'm trying to figure this out. It's very confusing.
It's more like deep meditation, where I stare into the abyss.
You had a good night?
Yeah,
Nice abyss.
great abyss, the best.
Well, tell us about it while we wait for everyone.
Well, I stared into it until the torches went out on their own for some reason. I think probably because it sensed that I was reaching that point of nightly zen, and then I blacked out for a little while, and then she makes like air quotes, awoke, and then I started getting ready. I vaguely remember dreaming something, but I don't really remember what it was.
I don't think I dreamt anything.
If you did have a dream, would you be able to see in it?
I don't know, Ace.
Possibly, because you remember what it was like to see, because you were born seeing. So perhaps your dreams would be you seeing things. Or it could just be darkness. And you could just be dreaming about the taste of things.
Great. Something to look forward to. Where are the others?
Once morning came, Nayland went and knocked on Liza's door.
Okay.
Come on, kids. You clean up. God. Wait. Hello?
Liza, it's me. Let me in.
Okay. Damn. She goes, opens the door. You come in and you see the kids just covered in food.
She sees them with unseeing eyes because she's laser focused on talking to you, and she goes, Liza, I think I figured it out. The way I passed my test, I have to kill her.
Who, Kelly?
What? No, the other me.
What? No, why? That's
Because
even what?
think about it. This whole place is about ambition, right? The whole point of the trials is to see what we're willing to give up for magic. The ultimate sacrifice is to give up yourself. That's why there's another me here. I have to kill her.
I mean, Kelly has to kill Esther?
I mean, I don't know what's going on with that girl and her trials, but I think mine is pretty clear. So we just have to figure out, I don't know, what the rest of you guys have got going on. But I know that I have, and she, I think, for the first time realizes that she's talking about murder in front of a bunch of children and notices them for the first time. Wait.
Isn't your little friend behind you too?
No, I left her in the room.
Oh, okay.
What happened in here? Lies, this place is a mess.
I blame them.
Huh? We just ate. She said we wanted to keep it clean, but she said no. The right way to eat breakfast is to make a mess and eat as much cake as you can. We wanted eggs. She forced us to eat the cake.
These kids are good.
I was in my mother's house being yelled at. That's so not true. Kids. Well, Neil, we have to really talk about that, because I don't know if that's your test or not, but maybe your test is the fact that you have to deal with the fact that you know there's others like you out there, and now there's one here that's not one of you. I don't know.
Okay, I definitely think my thing is way more likely than your thing, but I'll think about it. We should go get the others. Leave the kids in here. They need to learn how to clean up after themselves.
So you mean I'm just supposed to lock them in here by themselves all day?
Do you want them wandering around a wizard tower by themselves all day?
No, but hold on. Yep. Lies is going to try to make a minor illusion.
Very nice.
Okay. So I have to be a spellcasting of 10. Oh yeah, that's a 27 with hope.
Ooh.
So
What do you conjure?
she literally makes Nayland like a giant version of Nayland sitting in the corner, like on like a stool, kind of, just like like a teacher or like a principal, just like watching them, like in like a lifeguard position. And she looks at the children and goes, "If you move, she will know."
Okay.
And then I close the door and lock it.
At least this doppelganger stuff is useful for something.
And you leave Nin in her room?
I do.
Okay.
I also pull out a card because I have this new spell that I learned, and I hand Nealon a card that has has the wizard on it. Just fitting, and it's a rune ward. So this is a deeply personal trinket. So it's technically one of my Taroka cards as I hand it to you. And she goes, this might be able to help you not get hurt as much if anything does happen and you have to fight yourself. So technically, you can spend a hope to reduce incoming damage by a D8. As long as you have this card, it works until you hit the D8, which then it automatically stops working.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, as long as you don't hit that D8, you can keep using the thing to reduce damage. But once you hit the D8, it automatically stops.
Gotcha. Thanks.
You're
Nice.
welcome. Don't tell Kelly I gave you this.
I look around. Are there torches out?
Have y'all left the room?
Yes.
Oh, I definitely see you both walking out of the room.
Amazing.
I quickly shove it in my pocket.
Hi, you two.
Oh, hi Kelly. Good morning.
You two were together last night?
What?
No. I was babysitting.
Huh?
I was babysitting.
So was I, technically.
Or plotting.
Okay.
I mean, isn't that kind of looking after yourself? Like self-care?
Okay, well, great. Great. But you're both okay.
The energy in here is weird. How did everybody sleep?
I slept great.
It was great.
Great. Is there some place we have to report to today, or are we just supposed to wander around and challenges will come to us?
No idea.
I don't know. I think we just. And Kelly just seems really distracted.
Alright.
And
This is it. Oops, sorry.
So the woman you talked to before, dark skinned in the red robes, Vela, returns. She goes, right. Well, you all did a lot of nothing. So you just taken a vacation, apparently. and have not decided to provide any more information to evaluate you. So, they've upped a few things. So, as stated before, Peridonalin lies ace, you all pass. And Kelly, if you're ready, we will put you into the next test.
Wait, what? We automatically just pass?
Not
But I
didn't
automatically,
know.
we've been watching you.
What color is my robe?
We will get to the graduation in a moment.
Eh.
First, we need to finish this round of the test taking. We were hoping to get more information last night, but, well, you decided to go to sleep.
Some of us were on the verge of death.
I slept in like the week.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand.
We're just hoping for more information. You've given all the opportunities and gifts, and you chose to do nothing with any of them. So, with that, we shall see if you survive the next one.
First of all, she didn't do nothing with them. She told us all about them. We talked about them. And then she saw we were fucked up and she told us to go to sleep.
Have we been told about that door that we're not supposed to go into, and do we see it?
We've been told the room exists. I don't think we know where it is.
Oh, okay.
At any rate, again, I'm not in charge of that in particular, but the next one, I will let you know. We're just going to throw you in a room with other ones that haven't done as well, and whoever lives will pass. There is a number of people willing to accept from the group we're putting you in. So as long as you're not the first to die, you should be fine.
I'm just being thrown in a room.
Oh yes, this way.
Wait, will I be able to see?
Good question. I've given you all the information about the test as it is deemed you get.
Guys?
Can we watch this? Like, what can we know what this entails at least since we passed?
Oh, I mean, if you'd like to spectate and watch the demise of fellow hopefuls, I suppose that's okay.
I thought you said that people who fail this test don't need to, like, die. That sometimes they just do. But this sounds like it's a requirement now.
Of course. At any time, if you swear off all magic, you will be instantly teleported away and somewhere else on Kryn. Your memory removed from the test, and all magic taken from you.
How many people need to die?
We're willing to take 3 recipients from this group.
And how many people are in the group?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Kelly's kind of panicking.
Give us another day.
It's all been set up.
Well, then, before Kelly takes your test, we must help her prepare.
All right. Let's do a group persuasion check since you're trying to get more time. Who's the lead?
I will lead.
Okay.
As the bard.
Good. So, all right. So this will be presence for you, and then what's everybody else? How's everyone else adding to this? So so you roll last, Kelly.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't have said I'm leading. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to aid their roles.
So you can't. I don't think as much. This is a roll for in the group check. Everyone kind of does their thing. So
it's a rally. In other words, it's like a bard thing.
So a bard thing. Okay, so you're trying to use an ability. What's the ability?
Yeah.
Let me understand what your ability
It's
is.
Once per session, I can rally the party to give myself and each of my allies a rally dice, and it's a D8. A PC can spend their dice to roll it, adding the result to their action, reaction, damage, or to clear.
Okay, so it's a resource they have for some time.
Yes.
After. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. How do you rally everybody?
I say, I kind of get everybody together before we do this, and I just say, guys, whatever happens, we're a team and a family, and I trust all of you. And I put this in your hands because I know you have my back.
You're right, Kelly. We do have your back. And Laya steps forwards and goes, I am a seer. I have foreseen the future. Last night I looked into it with my cards, and I foresaw already that you have given Kelly this time. And I don't know why you are willing to question our group. So I'll take the lead if Kelly wants to assist with it then.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, you give them all the die. You're still in the row, Kelly.
Yes.
To be clear. Okay. So, but then is Eliza going to lead then?
Yeah, I will take the lead.
Okay, so then we put you in the... We go away from Lies for a moment. What's everyone doing to assist?
Naelin's hoping to appeal to her heart and is trying to say something along the lines of like, if these kids are about to die, don't you think they should have a last day to enjoy themselves? A last day to smell flowers and hug their friends.
Okay.
And I'm hoping...
So you should go and do a presence.
Okay, but can I add my empath?
Yeah.
Experience? Okay, beautiful. And I'm also going to add a D8. Is that...
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. 23 with hope.
Ooh. So the group check, I don't think you generate hope.
That's true, I do not. Yes, it's a reaction roll.
Yes, okay. Right, whoever's next.
Ace will be helping by... Ace is at this point a little fed up with these people because he's been playing by their rules. This is what they've been saying. He's had no choice in it, and so he's being a bit more aggressive and just like being like, we've listened to we're gonna take this time whether you want us to or not. Like he's not like giving them the option. He's kind of implying that he will just respond if not given the time.
All right. I like that. Pushing yourself around. Give me that presence roll.
I mean, one of my experiences I actually haven't used before, if I can, called I'm Not Asking.
I love it. Remember Kelly's D8?
D8. $16 with hope.
Okay.
Oh, hope doesn't matter with this. So 16.
Yeah, you're good.
I think for Peridot, it's very much like from what she said to Vela, where she kind of just like is. I'm gonna make a presence roll, but like she's just like visually Peridot's kind of like giving off this kind of magical aura as she's like mad or whatnot. Where because like it's like, what do you mean all of us just pass and Kelly has to take more tests? What do you mean you gave us all these things to do and we didn't do them? You told us not to go looking at the door, but you want us to go looking at the door? What kind of crazy place is this where the adults want us to break the rules? Like, are we in like some children's book wizard school where the teachers like want you to do the dumb stuff because they're never around because they're too busy doing other things? Stomp foot petulantly.
Love it.
Okay, plus a D8. 24. 17 plus 7.
Ooh, very nice. Very good. And then Kelly.
All right. Kelly looks at, well, yeah, sort of looks at the lady and decides, okay. Look, I am not reckless. I am calculating. And anyone who does magic should calculate whether they're good, evil, or somewhere in between. Only an absolute moron would act without researching where certain things come from, or relying on the resources such as other people and their experience to make good decisions. And if you can't see that, maybe it's you who needs to go back and retake this test. And I'm going to use my mean girl experience.
Love it.
And you did add your D8, right, Perda? Okay, I'm going to add...
I think she did.
I did. I rolled a 7 and I had a 17, so I got a 24.
Okay, and I'm going to add my Heart of a Poet by Spinning a Hope, which gives me an extra D4. Okay. Oh. Okay. So I roll a total of 38.
Nice. All right. So we had 3 successes and 1 fail, which means Lies, you get a +2 on this roll.
Okay. And Liz is using her experience of Spinning a Hope to add her Taroku deck, since she has used her cards. And then she is also, as she heard what Peridot said, turns to the camera and goes, "This is a wizard school, and we are in a story. So let's find out what happens." Adding the GM's favorite, making that a +3 more. So here we go. That's a critical success.
Oh!
That's so funny. All of these pluses.
Yes, I have a +10, and I got a D8 1 on the D8, and I roll 2 4s. Literally.
Amazing. So she hears all of this. It was fine. Um, will another day suffice then?
I'll look at Lies since they're leading this.
Yes, one more day.
In that case, when the sun rises, she will be instantly teleported to face with the others. Should her status of passing or failing not be determined yet. And she briskly turns away then.
Callie, pull out that key. We're going to the door.
Yeah, I think Kelly just takes a minute here because this was kind of, she thought she was about to die. I get here. I reach into my robe for the key.
Was Vela walking away from us?
Yes, but you can.
As she walks away and her back is turned, Peridot sticks out her tongue at her.
Actually, as she's. Never mind.
Were you gonna pickpocket her?
Yeah, but I'm just not against it.
You don't think they'll take away, like, my ability to see through the torches for this test, do you?
I don't think so.
I think we're not gonna have to find out. We're either gonna pass you today, or we'll just have to go around and convince all the other people to drop out. They go home without magic, and then you automatically pass.
Or burn the school down.
I like his idea.
Okay, so yeah, we have the key. We just have to find this room. And Lies, can I talk to you for a minute?
Of course, Callie.
Hey, once we're away, is there something going on between you and Naylan?
No, why would you think that?
Well, you spent the night together.
Where did you come up with this idea?
Look, it's fine. It's fine. I get it. I'm not what I was. So what I want to say is it's totally cool.
I'm glad that you would accept it if I did spend the night with her, but again, I was babysitting.
Wait, you were really babysitting?
Yes, and I did a horrible job at it. You're gonna be mad at me when you see those kids. I mean, everything went fine.
Oh,
Yep, nothing happened.
okay.
I didn't teach him magic.
Well, never mind. I think my brain's doing weird things. We gotta find this room.
I might be able to help with that. I can sense things within a close range that are magical.
That's good. Actually, and the other thing, I mean, I could try to teleport us there, but I've never been there, so we could end up anywhere, literally.
I'd rather not have to get back here.
So go back to the group here. Yeah, Lies, if you have something. Well, actually, I mean, if you're detecting magical things, I mean, isn't this whole building magical?
Yeah. Maybe. Well, let me try it right now. She senses magic.
Okay. So help me understand what
You
is
can
it?
sense the presence of magical people and objects within
Sure.
close range.
What's the group's intent? What are you trying to find and why?
At least Liza's intent is to locate this door so that Kelly can use the key to start whatever trial or test they think they need.
We mean the dark arts door,
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
the room where we were told not to go to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, because they were telling us to a few things. Okay, so you're trying to find out where some of the forbidden like in the forbidden magic archives, basically.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and the purpose of this, you think, is what?
It will show them that Kelly completed her test.
Okay.
Because,
So
you know, it's not obviously one of the 3 that were given to her she has to choose. It's the key to the magical door of darkness. Yes.
Okay. Got it. So that is what we think is going to happen.
I'm glad you follow.
All right. That helps me out. Let's go ahead and we'll take our break and then Alrighty. Someone's back. That. Again. So, as your spell goes off, Lice, you do detect a pulse of stronger magic down one of the many hallways. And yeah,
She was just gonna say, I'm feeling like it might be this way.
All right. Right behind you. I think.
in that case, you come to 3 doors. And they seem somewhat unmarked, but all emanate a strong magical presence. What would you like to do?
Do they all look the same?
Mm-hmm.
Peridot?
Molly, you're muted if you're talking.
Nope, I just got back. What? What?
I was about to ask you about your thoughts here, your intuition about these 3 doors.
What do all 3 doors look like?
So they each one seems to be iron. Otherwise, they don't have any depictions on them. They're fairly similar.
I want to reach out and touch each of their handles and kind of like give them a jiggle, like are they all locked, kind of thing.
Yeah, checking each one, they all appear to be locked.
All right. Was there any particular feeling I got from each door when I touched the door knob?
So actually, as you go to the 3rd door, you feel it begin. You feel like your arm is about to be passing through it, as there seems to be, where there wasn't one, a mouth trying to devour your arm.
Oh, God.
I need an agility reaction, please.
Uh, 19.
A 19. Before the teeth clamp down, you're able to pull your arm away.
Hey!
Then it melds back into the door.
I think that's our door.
Can Naylin feel around the doors to see if there's like a you push this brick and the doors open kind of a thing?
Yeah, feeling around as you touch the walls, where your fingers touch, your prints leave glowing residue.
Shit. Fuck. I'm gonna take Ace's hand and put his fingerprints over mine.
No. It's your fault. You shouldn't have touched it.
Well, what else are we supposed to do? You're just standing there doing nothing.
Wait a minute. This is the test, right? Guys, do you have anything you can use to cover your eyes?
I mean, yeah.
What if we're not supposed to rely on sight here?
Have we tried your key first?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the key.
DM sitting here thinking that too. They're like, okay.
Okay, guys, yeah.
Yeah, I was letting my dog out. I literally just got back as Nail and was like, put your hand in the...
That's why you're here, Ace. All right, I'm going to take out the key and start kind of... Okay, I'll go up to... Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to open every single one of these doors, right? So let's try door number 1.
Well, door number 3 is the one that has the mouth. Maybe it needs the key to not eat you.
Yeah, but I also feel like door number 3 is not a door. But you're right. It could just mean that it's scared of the key. So, okay, yeah, let's do it. I will hover the key toward the knob of door 3.
Goes in. It looks like you can put it in the keyhole.
All right, I'm going to try to slide it in.
Goes in. You can turn.
All right.
And it opens into a dark room.
Good job, Peridot.
Yeah, seriously.
I had an idea about the key.
Yeah, well, I'm watching you, door. Peridot makes like the I'm watching you gesture.
Guys, I'm just going to warn you. I don't think any of us are going to be able to see in there as I start to walk in.
I'm sure we're supposed to just go in there. I mean,
Apparently you are. So you're walking on in.
Kelly is, because
So Kelly
Did
goes
you-
in. Is everyone following Kelly?
Did you say that it was dark in here?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no torches.
Correct. Though Kelly, I guess, is carrying her heavy torch. But, is everyone
actually,
going in the room? Or-
Kelly will create a construct for the torch then, if we've got the torch with us,
okay,
just so it can follow us around.
that's fine.
But she'll offer her hand out if we want to like link hands. And
Yeah, let's hold hands. Let's hold hands.
well, welcome to my world, everyone.
All right. Then you walk in. And here, the room, as you walk in, the door closes behind you. As it does, it's as if the room reacts to allow you to see it. And so you stand in what appears to be at about a 10-foot wide, almost like aisle. On either side of it are magic circles. It extends down into a blank, like a space that's circular, that then is surrounded by radiated runic circles. Within each one is what looks like a dark being, eyes like fire, otherwise formless, watching.
Do they look like the creatures that we fought back at the lighthouse?
They do not.
Okay.
Do we think those are the librarians?
That's what you want to call them. I'm going more guardians, or our executioners.
Are there in this room? Are there torches other than the one I brought?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we start looking.
Well, maybe send your construct down the aisle first, just in case Ace is right and they shoot us with lasers or something.
Okay. As I reach out and take Peridot's hand, and then I'll send the construct down.
Okay. So it goes down by itself and stands in the center of the circle, apparently unharmed. Or
Do I
the
see
circular
anything?
area. You see more of the same.
It's just the same thing. More aisles.
There's only one aisle.
Oh,
You're in the single aisle that goes into a circular space where there's nothing, and it's surrounded by radiated magic circles.
Gotcha.
I mean, Kelly, you can see through that little guy now, right, with the torch there, so we don't really need to approach. You could play it safe.
what do you mean?
Can't you see from the torch?
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. The construct has the torch. But that's the only torch in here.
So I think Ace means just let your construct walk all around.
Oh,
Stay here.
yeah. Just hold on. Keep holding on, Peridot. And I will say, keep walking around.
Okay. Then as you let the torch look out, you see in one of the circles here, a figure of Lies and Naylan holding hands and caressing each other's face, sitting on a bed.
Hold. Okay. Lies, you, are you 100% when we spoke earlier, were you 100% honest with me?
Yes.
Okay. Then I think some of these portals are showing, for lack of a better word, lies. Like they're messing with our minds if we look into them. Because I see something that can't be true.
Can I look into the one she's looking into?
You'd have to go down there.
I will go down there.
Okay. You walk down the long aisle into the circle where the golem stands with the torch. So what's your golem look like, Kelly?
Probably put it together with some plates from the table in my room for wheels, and just some, like, maybe took apart one of the chairs to add some legs to it. So it's kind of like rolling around in here, and it's got, like, in the center is the torch, where it's like got like a rope around it so that it's, it doesn't accidentally bump the torch into something. And it's just kind of like a little cart, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Okay. Sounds good. So you look, and all you see in any of these, including this one, lies, is these dark figures. In particular, you see one in this one that has two dark horns with eyes like fire, and it's spindly as it kind of crawls and like has a position where it's bent down on with its knees and has its fingers touching the ground.
I guess I see Lies walking down there.
Yeah.
What do you see, Lies?
So I tell your construct what I see. Can you hear through your construct, or do you have to
I
be
think I
close
can
to
only
your-
see through the construct. Pretty sure I can only see through it.
So then how? Yeah, I tell you what I see, but you don't know what I'm saying.
Unless you're shouting, you say,
Oh.
"What do you see, Lies?"
Oh, good point. Okay, so
Yeah.
what do you look like, I guess, as you're like looking at this?
Seeing something with two horns. Probably a little intrigued, but also rage. Because the only thing she's ever really encountered with that would have been the organizer. Or Jeb, but she's pretty sure it's not Jeb.
I think Lies sees something in it.
Okay, well, she's not dead, so let's just go.
We're going to go after her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
We all walk into the circle room.
Very good. As you walk in now, you see more of these images begin to form, Kelly. And as Kelly walks in, all of you are able to perceive these as well. There is the image described, as well as what appears to be an image of Kelly, what you can see is your mom crashing through a windshield in a car wreck. Another of you being rejected the first time. Another image. I'll let you decide. What does Kelly see that represents her hubris?
Could you tell me what that means? I'm not very smart, guys.
You're fine. Pride would be another way there, a little bit.
Okay.
Superiority.
Yeah. I think you see her like probably looking at the mirror, taking care of her appearance, just like really just glamming it up. Definitely, I would say this is like a high school type of scene. I would say she's definitely takes a lot of pride in her appearance.
What's a detail that puts it into something where she would be hurting another person through it? Or having a lack of care for another?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you might see a series of scenes. I mean, mostly just like torturing this poor girl, Esther, like taking her notebook and scribbling something about having a crush on some guy and then like throwing it into the guy's like shower room at high school and just like constant like terrible bullying that she would have engaged in. And then obviously doing horrible things to what was her name, Eleanor?
Yeah.
In high school.
And so you see this, and then there's another of her losing temper and hurting people, possibly physically. And then gossip and greed. And all these kind of surround.
And we all see these images of Kelly.
Mm-hmm. At least in these moments, you do see the lies and Nayland thing. And actually, what's one more thing that Kelly might be jealous of?
I think Kelly is jealous of I mean, is it like something current or something in the recent past or something like way
Probably a bit
back?
more current, I would think. Or it's
All
up to
right.
you.
I think that she's definitely jealous of a lot of her friends. She's definitely jealous of Peridot. She wishes she could be seen as that kind, and she's jealous of Ace, who seems to have his life figured out, even if maybe he doesn't, but in her mind he does. And she's jealous of Nayland for having like just always seeming to know the right thing to do, or to her number one competition, and she's definitely jealous of Lies too. I think she's jealous of Lies' ability to just I'm trying to think of how to word it. Maybe jealous of Lies in the sense of some of the more recent things, like obviously when we went to the other world and we were tracking her down, she seemed to have like this wonderful life kind of for her, or just that Lies really seems to understand magic in a way that Kelly, despite how hard she tried, was consistently unable to understand or to figure out how to use the way that she could. So I think ultimately her friends would be an interesting one to kind of
So
throw in
those are
there.
some, and all of it is like mocking and showing Kelly as inferior, playing up her greed and want of nice things. All these different images now encircle all of you.
And I think at the center of that, I think this is the right way to put it, is that she thinks her friends think she's an idiot. And that's kind of at the center of a lot of it for her.
Where the hell is this stuff coming from?
I don't know. It's lies. It's just all lies. It's just.
Are they like nightmares or something?
They must be.
Or things you're afraid of?
As Kelly says, they're all lies. You see the circles fade. And while Kelly, you see these images begin to approach, the rest of you now see a series of hulking forms. And one that seems to be covered in gold. Another with fiery muscles. Another with a staff. Another that floats and is eager to destroy. To realize they seem to be ready to attack.
I don't think they liked that.
I don't think those were lies. I think those were your insecurities, and you have to face them.
Is the visual quality.
Please, if you could.
Holy crap.
And I'll let you know there are a total here of 8 beings here that have been released at this. What would y'all like to do?
Ooh, they're too close.
And again, you don't necessarily have to combat, because there is no such thing as like a combat phase in Daggerheart. It's just I as DM am letting you know that they look violent. You can do whatever you want.
Go away.
Just scream it. So Kelly screams at them to go away. What the rest of you want to do?
I'd like to study one of them, maybe the one with the fire on it, just because it looked the most physically intimidating out of them. And I'd like to use my Know Thy Enemy feature
Okay.
to make an instinct roll and ask you a question.
Yes.
Critical success.
Very good.
Okay. Great. And then I will spend a hope to ask you one of the following, which is going to be their features and experiences.
Okay. The features and experiences. Perfect. So they have an experience in intimidation. And their features are anger unrelenting. Which means that their attacks deal direct damage, so their attacks cannot be reduced with armor.
Oof.
They have battle lust, which ultimately can cause all of you to have to use a d20 as your fear dice instead of a d12. They have a reaction called retaliation. When they take a damage from within close range, they can mark a stress to make a standard attack against that attacker.
Oof.
They also have a reaction called Blood and Souls, which they activate the first time an attack is made within sight of this demon. It ticks down when a PC takes a violent action, and when it triggers, summon 1d4 minor demons who appear at close range.
I immediately say, these guys are bad news. And I will mark a stress to reduce one of your fear tokens.
Ooh, okay.
Why is looking at this in a different way, as this is a test for Kelly, and seeing all the images that played in front of us of how Lies is feeling is her insecurities, and that Kelly needs to face those, she is going to willingly put herself in danger at this moment.
Okay. So we'll give you the vulnerable condition. And what does it look like? What do you do?
I think I look to Kelly, and I know she can't see me, and I look at you exactly, and I go, this is your test. I have faith in you. You always known that. You always know my love for you, no matter what. And you watch as she then uses her blink ability, spending a hope. So I have to make a spellcasting roll. It's a 16 with fear, so I'm giving you a fear.
Okay.
Which makes this perfect for this scenario, as I blink right into the arms of one of the demons. That would be the closest to, I guess, that emotion of facing your fear, whatever one it feels like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah. Not the jealousy one, but like the one that, like, I guess the pride one, because that would feel like the opposite of
hubris.
fear.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend fear to have them immediately strike Lies.
Is that a magical effect?
Is what?
What they're doing?
No.
Oh.
They're actually taking a spear and are going to ram it through Liza's chest. So that is only for an 8 against the evasion.
feel like that would miss, but I do take it at this point because I want Kelly to see that she has.
You want it to happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna let it happen. Because I am vulnerable technically, right? So.
Oh, they do have
vulnerable.
advantage. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that. So that would actually be an 18.
Yeah, that would hit then.
Okay. Thank you for reminding me of that. All right. That comes down for 15 physical damage.
Perfect. That would be major damage.
And yeah, as they do that, they come in and they begin twisting the blade into Lies, causing her horrible pain and smiling. In that face, I need to finish this.
Okay.
Because there's an effect with it. As they do that, like Kelly, you see yourself hurting here. It's torturing. However you want to do that. I don't want to get too much. But the effect of this is everyone loses a hope and you gain and I gain a fear.
Okay. So I think so yeah, I remember when you described this, you said everybody else sees the demons, but I'm seeing the images. So this is the one, this is the pride?
Yes.
Okay, so she is going to look at herself as best she can in this moment and sees, I guess through the torch, sees the image of herself, and she's going to say, let her go. Let her go. You are nothing but an ugly, stuck up, horrible bully who nobody likes. Nobody wants you. People pretend to like you because they're afraid of you. But you are nothing. And she's going to use her I think it's called Troublemaker. Yeah, I have to roll for it. So I'm going to, well, crap, I don't have my hope anymore. Oh well, I'll just roll it. Here we go. 16 with fear.
Okay. So that does not beat their difficulty.
Crap. Okay.
Gain a fear.
And so she like just kind of grabs her head and it's like wants to just rip out her hair. She doesn't know what to do.
All right. With the fail, I'm going to go ahead and have scenes of death and despair here. Yep, one comes right over to Kelly because you said you had 0 hope.
Yeah.
All right. And reaches out, playing the scenes of sadness from your life for a 17.
Okay. That's gonna suck. Let's see. Yeah, that eats my major damage. That's 3 HP.
17 was to hit.
Oh.
But
Okay.
they do deal double damage to you because you have no hope.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
will be 18 damage.
Oh yeah, that's 3 HP. Okay.
Then I pass the spotlight back to all of you. Because I no longer get turns based on how many turns you take.
Is there anything that Ace or Peridot want to do? Otherwise, Nayland will do something.
Yeah, I have someone I was chewing. Peridot is going to kind of like, because I visualized that like Kelly had let go of Peridot's hand at this point, and Peridot kind of like goes back to her and like grabs her hand and is like, Kelly, I know that Liz is putting herself in danger for the sake of you facing your fears and the things that make you hurt. But you can do this. You can face them. And you can beat them. And Peridot's going to give you one of her prayer die for hope.
Oh. Restoring hope to Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey.
So you get 3 hope.
Ooh.
Megan can do her thing first if she wants. If you want.
Sure. Nayland is going to, hearing the way Kelly worded her yelling at this thing hurting Lies, and she called it stuck up. Nayland goes, oh, Kelly's not seeing what we're seeing. And Nayland is going to take off her jacket and throw it on top of the torch that Kelly's construct is holding. And she
Okay.
will say, Kelly, what you're seeing isn't real. These are your personal demons. Know them for what they are. Demons.
What next?
I wanted to have seen if when Kelly was reacting with like anger when they were attacking Lies or anything, if any of the different beasts had kind of acted up or gotten bigger or small, like anything changed in them upon her
Sure.
emotional state.
I'm going to go back. I just kind of got an idea here. So let me do... yeah, I think Nayland for that. Give me a presence roll, please.
Oy, oy, oy. Okay. Can I spend a hope and add empath?
Yeah, I think that makes sense here.
Great. I would love to. And is there... Nope. Okay. Rolling it. Rolling it. Rolling it. And a 10 with hope.
A 10 with hope. Okay. Yeah, I think you shout out, and then okay. So this will go a little bit to Liza's thing, because as well, yeah. I think let's do it this way. Sorry, a 10 with hope. That is a failure, and then I think one that has been envisioning you and Lies together now goes ahead and takes their claw and tries to scratch on your back for 15.
This is to Nayland.
Yes.
15 misses me.
Okay. Very good. You're able to see it as it cocks its head. And then go ahead, Ace.
I just want to see if her emotional state affects them in any way.
Yeah. Excuse me. Knowledge roll, please.
No problem. I got a 11 with fear.
11 with fear. Is not going to give you the information, unfortunately. So I will gain a fear. the demon of wrath here screams, especially, I would say, in reaction to you trying to figure this out, Ace. As you're looking, what you will get from this is that it seems angry that you're trying to figure this out. And maybe even a little bit worried. However, you feel your blood heat up in all of your bodies. And now your die is a D20.
Yeah.
Shit.
And with that, we're in for tonight.
I just found one too.
I'm sorry. Please write it down so you know what you're going to do. Oh, and